Hey pretty baby, am I in your way? Cause you walked out so fast yesterday, no.
Alrighty. Filming! We're filming. Oh, this is my Pepsi. Just ignore that. Let's do this. Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's been a minute. It really has. Today we are going to be doing my May TBR. So I don't typically do TBRs because I don't really tend to follow through with them. I'm very much a mood reader. So when it comes to picking TBRs, I have a really hard time deciding what I'm gonna want to read throughout the month. I don't know. I do enjoy setting a TBR. I do like making these videos. Whether or not I'm actually going to read everything that's on this list, we'll see. The way that I'm doing it is that these are books that I'm either currently reading or ones that I'm really excited about right now and could see myself picking up this month. With that being said, let's get into the first book that I am currently reading is the first 3 volumes of Bleach. This is a manga, I believe is what they officially call them. Yeah. Don't hate me, I'm new to this. So this is about a boy named Ichigo, I believe is how you pronounce that. And he becomes a soul reaper, which is basically like a grim reaper for souls from what I've gathered. And he ends up fighting these evil spirits and basically killing them before they can harm humanity. And it sounds totally up my alley. And so far I'm about 20 pages in and I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm interested to see how it continues and how my thoughts progress because I haven't read very many of these, but it's something that I've really been wanting to get into, and so I'm definitely interested to see kind of how this goes. The next book that I am reading I borrowed from my library in ebook form, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. It is fantastic so far. I am 60 some pages into it and I love it. I know that I've heard mixed things. People either seem to really like it or really hate it, and I'm really hoping that I don't end up disappointed because so far I really like the writing style. I love like the language that's used, and I connect really strongly with the main female character. I cannot wait to see where this goes. I am just loving it so far, and this is gonna be a good one, guys. It's gonna be a good one. The next book that I was going to talk to you about, I have no idea where I put it. I think it's in my bag, but I have the thing for it right here. The other book that I am currently reading is Two Dark Reigns by Kendar Blake. I don't know how I feel about the series. I like it, but at the same time, I'm not in love with it. Does that make sense? But I'm on the last book, and so I guess I'll know. I just realized how ambitious this TBR is, especially if you look at like the size of some of these books. Like, wow. We'll see how this month goes. The next book that I hope to get to in May is Unhinged by A.G. Howard. This is the second book to the Splintered series. This series is an Alice in Wonderland retelling, and it's different than other ones that I've read. I've read a lot of Alice in Wonderland retellings, but this one follows Allison Gardner, and she can talk to insects, like she can hear them talking, and there's this curse that's kind of been following throughout her family where the females end up becoming mad, and she ends up kind of stumbling into Wonderland, discovers things about herself and her family, and she basically has to go through and fix all of the things that her ancestors had brought upon Wonderland, and she has to set them right in order to reverse the curse that has been brought upon her family. It was really weird. This is a weird book, but if you kind of stick through it, it's really good. And it does end up gripping you, especially by the end of the book. You're just kind of really invested in the characters and what is happening with them. I was very underwhelmed by the character development in this book, but it definitely redeemed itself by the end, and I'm interested to see what happens with these characters in the rest of the series because I love them and I do really enjoy this book, and I'm a bit of a sucker for a good Wonderland retelling. The next book that I'm going to talk about is probably really honestly the next book that I'm going to pick up. That book is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I have not read any of Laini Taylor's work, but I have heard nothing but great things about this book. But from what I've heard, the writing style is very pretty and poetic and totally 100% up my alley. From what I've gathered, this is about a young man named Laszlo who is a war orphan and librarian, and he is obsessed with this hidden world called Weep. Then this person comes into his life who is a god slayer. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself in the person of a hero called the Godslayer and a band of legendary warriors. He has to seize his chance or lose his dream forever. This book is supposed to be whimsical and beautiful, and I'm all about it. The next book that I want to get to in the month of May is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 4th book. Yes, I believe. This is book 4 to the Throne of Glass series. I'm sure everyone's heard about this. It's amazing. This is one of my favorite series. I'm really disappointed in myself that it's taken me so long to get to this one. And if I don't pick this up this month, I'm going to be really upset with myself. It just needs to happen. It's ridiculous. I literally have the rest of the series on my shelf right here. Except for the newest one that just came out. I do not have the newest one that came out. Throne of Glass, if you are not familiar with it, is about a young woman named Selena Sardothian. At a young age, her family was slaughtered, and she was taken in by this assassin and trained, but she was captured and she ended up as a slave in the mines. Then one day a young prince named Dorian comes to her and offers her a chance to get out of this slave prison, and all she has to do is compete against other assassins in order to become the king's new champion. And when she does so, she kind of becomes his sort of personal hitman, like his personal assassin, and work strictly for him, but she would be granted her freedom. However, once she accepts the challenge and the competition begins, the other assassins that she's competing against begin to die in mysterious ways, and she realizes that there is something else in the castle that is going on that is deeper and darker. So she goes on this adventure to figure out what it is that is lurking in the castle, what's really going on, and it's really good. Selena is just amazing. She's badass, but she's also super witty and funny, and you just enjoy reading her. She's very easy to follow. All of the other characters I feel are very strong. I love the writing style of Sarah J. Maas. She's one of my favorite authors, and it's a good series, so if you haven't picked it up, you should. The final book that I hope to get to this month is Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the 3rd book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I adore this series. This series is about a young woman named Audrey Wadsworth who is kind of going against her time and wants to become a forensic scientist. She ends up studying under her uncle and alongside the dashing Thomas Cresswell, and each book is about a different case that they end up kind of thrusted in. They don't really seem to go and find it kind of just finds them, and then they end up mixed up in the middle of it, and it's really good. This is one of my favorite series of all time. It's probably my favorite series of like my young adult life. If you follow me on Instagram, you see this series all over the place. I talk about it all the time. I cannot wait for the 4th and final book to come out. I mean, I can because I don't want it to end, but at the same time, I cannot wait. I can't wait for it. And it's Capturing the Devil. I'm so stoked because these are fantastic. They're so good because they're murder mystery, but then they're also sprinkled with this amazing romance, which is witty and definitely slow burning. And you can tell that she does her research in these books and provides you with some really authentic and really great information and photos, and the amount of time and energy that she puts into her books is just amazing. This is definitely a must read very, very soon, and one that I am determined to get to in May. So that was my very ambitious and exciting TBR. As you can tell, I picked a lot of books that I've been thinking about a lot and that I have been really wanting to get to. Ones that mean a lot to me and like series that I'm already kind of invested in, because I did notice that a lot of these are sequels or parts of a series that I have already kind of invested a lot of time and energy into. I'm definitely stoked about it. I cannot wait to get into it. I think that I really have a good selection that I'm going to just really enjoy. I feel like it's going to be a really good reading month for me, and I'm definitely excited about that because I haven't had a good reading month in a while, so I really hope that I can kind of stick to it. I can make more time for reading and then I can get through these because I really want to read them so bad, and I think that they're all going to be really good. So thank you for sitting through my bookish ramblings. I hope that you guys enjoyed and that you guys will stick around for another video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon for another one. Bye!
Tell me all the reasons that you're running away. I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No,